We don't have... Okay. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. We've got our second race, or third race of the day, if you want to be technical about it. I'm going to be butchering this name all throughout the commentary, but we have blrasmu versus Attack Slug. Right now, Irving is taking a small little break for his voice, because he was just commentating that entire previous race, so I'm just going to be taking over here for this first opening section. And then when Irving feels like their voice has recovered enough, they're going to be hopping in just like normal. But we do have the countdown started in the race time channel. We've got about 15 seconds before we set everything off. So the races will be beginning shortly. And remember, this is all still round one of the Swiss portion of our tournaments. Hi, Des. Hello, everyone in chat. Thanks for everyone who's watching. Thank you for the restreamers. And thank you for the admins behind the scenes who are helping manage everything as well. So, initially, I think a lot of us thought that blrasmu was the first time they were entering this tournament, although we have some Peen Train information that seems to suggest that in 2020 they actually entered the Boogey tournament. I don't know how well they did. I didn't enter that tournament, so I'm not super sure of the results of all of that. But in either case, that means these are two, at the very least, experienced runners running against each other. And both their PBs are pretty close together. In a race setting, PB can be, sort of like telling in some instances, but I would say their PBs aren't so drastically different that anyone has a clear advantage here or anything like that. So basically what we're looking from both these runners is whether or not they can just stay solid in their decision making and not let the inevitable rage that Earthbound loves to build up inside of you take over. Yeah, 2020 wasn't even a real year. Let's be real about this, okay? Like, none of that actually existed. So there's no way to know for sure if that tournament even ever happened. Except I also only remember Animal Crossing. Alright, so we have a slight time difference just based on, Twitch delay and stuff like that. Keep in mind that, it looks like Slug is really far ahead right now, but also her timer is 20 seconds in the future. So runners are actually pretty close to even right about now. There's not going to be any major changes in lead or anything like that this early on, in my opinion. Tom Nook is a crit. Did we start a prediction in chat, by the way? If one of the mods could take care of that, that would be excellent. We can get a prediction going, get people betting some nice channel points on both of these runners.
Oh man, I'm missing the best part.
Yeah, you're
hill
missing
climb.
Welcome, Irving. How was your little voice break?
It was pretty good.
Good.
Got some water. Got some drink.
Excellent. Is water different from drink?
No, I was just emphasizing.
Oh, okay, I see. I thought you were drinking something fun.
No. I'm not that cool.
Not on a Monday night.
Definitely, yeah, for sure. All right, so far. Oh, I see. We just have a little bit of a time differential. No biggie. I'm sure that'll all bleed together eventually.
Yeah, I would say they're roughly even right now. There's nothing really in that
right.
section to really. The most is like you bump into a cop or something.
They do get in the way quite often.
Oh boy, do they!
I love me some crims. Don't. Oh, picky. Oh, porky. Oh, shcop, yes. I still don't, like, there's sometimes I get shcop and I'm like, how?
You don't even understand. Do you do manipulated runs at all?
I used to, like, a way back. couple
Okay,
years
so
ago.
so actually you do know the pain of getting that stupid cop talking to you. So it's the worst feeling having to reset the game because he's like,
It's like that's not what I wanted to see. Oh, jeez. Yeah, because like if you, I think it's like you too far left or whatever. Just like it's ginormous hitbox.
it's one of the things that Pokey is moving, so it's like you want to talk to Pokey optimally, but that cop is also close enough that if you don't do it at the exact right time, you talk to him instead of
You
Pokey.
talk to him, yeah.
It's really annoying, and I hate that guy. And back when I did nothing but manip runs, I've reset countless runs to that cop.
He's the killer, yeah. Oh boy, that is quite a few.
Yeah, Slug exiting all 3 of the animals that can appear on the hill. We're like, we are here to welcome you.
And she immediately said no to that. Ah,
Yeah, there's a dog for blrasmu as
front
well.
yard dog, yeah.
Yeah, just directly
Oh
in
my
the
god.
and getting red swirled by a crow. You gotta watch out for the way they swing. They'll swing quick. You gotta make sure that before you go that like they're not already gonna be swinging in your direction.
Right, they're already in the forward arc or whatever.
Exactly. So a crow is not the best fight to take, but you know, at the very least for blrasmu here, they're gonna get a cookie from this, so they'll be able to heal up a little bit of the damage they take. Slug getting a really annoying snake spawn.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
won't despawn
That's
from the
yeah.
left. Yeah,
It's typically the strat right there. Try to get stuck. Not stuck, but bring it up there so you can at least stutter it a little bit.
yeah. The advantage of getting into a fight on the hill is that you'll be level 3 for the Pogo Punk section.
Makes
Gives
it
you a little bit of
safer,
extra, yeah, a little bit of extra HP, and more importantly, extra offense.
No, it is definitely impossible to fake manipping, or like not manipping. Yeah,
It would have to be, it would be extremely difficult to fake.
you
To try and get away with manipulate. Yeah, to try and get away with manipulation and pass it off as unmanipulated.
You would probably spend so much time trying to make a manipulation that looks non-manipulated that it would have just been faster to run it.
And blrasmu actually taking a death on the hill. That's a little unfortunate.
Rough, actually.
You think like, oh, they're back at full HP. They have no psychic points right now.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
actually really important coming up. So Slug having a bit of an annoying time with a snake or two. She didn't take a fight, but she had to kind of go out of her way. But she's at the top of the hill, so she'll be making her way towards Starman.
Rasmu getting stuck on this 100% spawn plate. Not very many things you can get past. A crow is one of them, provided he gets stuck.
Yeah, you just gotta make. Whoa!
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, that's scary because you want to stutter the snake, but there's a dog right behind that snake.
Yeah. So you know,
you still have to stutter a little bit. Is the key there? You have to stutter at least because the snake moves real quick, way faster than the dog does.
Yeah, very unfortunate. And the unfortunate thing is this dog is still here, but maybe you have enough iframes to get past it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And it's running the other way.
Yeah. When you have iframes, they're not actively aggroed onto you, so
That's right.
He just runs in a random direction. This is not going to despawn, but that's kind of risky, but possible.
I was gonna say that's generally safe. I would say when you do get a dog in that spot.
Yeah, you can get some annoying if a snake spawns ahead of you.
That's true. That's true. I do forget about the rare snake at the end of the hill.
Yeah, you could potentially try it. You would be able to maybe manip up to Starman, but even then, that would be extremely. I would still say
some people would question it for sure.
With what we know about manipulation and how many like runners, and also like you could only ever fake it the one time, because the moment you did it twice, like we're gonna be like, hey, wait a second.
I think people, I mean, unless there's some like really benign manip that's out there that doesn't involve like opening up your B menu or whatever, because I'm pretty sure most people would know if you're opening up your B menu while you're just walking around. It's be pretty obvious.
It would be. like I said, we have a lot of runners who just know a lot about manip.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be impossible in my opinion. But well, impossible is a strong word. It would be so incredibly unlikely.
You would
And
be
it's being
bold.
bought
You
3
would
runs
be
in a row.
bold to try. You would be bold to
I'm
try.
such a klutz. All right, meanwhile, Slug had Starman is coming up for blrasmu. We didn't really talk about Starman. Starman you can't die to. It is merely based on how many cycles is it going to take. A full cycle being when Buzz puts a shield and then attacks. That is 1 cycle right there. So you want Buzz to deal.
I call it turns, but yeah, it's truly cycles because yeah, that's 2 turns.
Yeah, because it's realistically it would be 4 turns if you were.
Oh really? Well, okay, if you're counting.
Yeah. If you count how turns work in an RPG.
True. Sorry.
So you see, the first part, Buzz will always open with the shield because you cannot lose to this fight. Buzz provides a psychic shield.
Thanks, Buzz.
Which protects you from these attacks. Now, what you want to see is attacks that do not use a lot of text. Unfortunately, Fire Beta is the most amount of text you can get because it targets everyone in your party, and currently you have 4 people in your party.
Freeze being the mid, targets 1 person, and then of course Guard being the best.
Yeah, Guard is the best, and you want guards on all turns if possible, but you also want Buzz to hit for his strong
Exactly.
attack.
The other side is that guy hitting.
Yeah.
You want him to hit triple digits. He can do it. We've seen it.
He has to charge forward. He has a weak and a strong attack.
I actually did not know he had 2 different ones. Okay.
So he has 2 different attacks. If you see Buzz attacks, that's his weak attack. If it says Buzz charged forward, that's his strong
right
there.
attack. Of course, on turn 3.
Yeah. The important thing to note is that his weak attack is affected by Guard, but his strong attack is not affected by Guard. So sometimes if you see Buzz hit for like 25 or 30, it's because he did a weak attack on a turn that Starman guarded. Like you can actually be like, oh, he guarded even before you see the guard happen. If you just look at the damage that Buzz did.
That's true. All right. Well, all right. I'll forgive him for that one then. I'm still upset with him generally.
Yeah, it's completely fair to be upset with him generally. I'm right there with you.
I suppose he can get a bit of a pass if he gets defended on.
Mm-hmm. Slug doing a little special walk here to avoid sharks spawning. You'll see the same type of walk happen in Winters later on.
Yep, dodging spawn plates there.
And this is the first Pogopunk.
Nice.
You want him to fall down or to do his weak attack, which is currently all he's done for Slug. There's the charge forward. 2 misses.
Yes!
Yeah, 2 misses. Unfortunate right there. A death to Pogopunk. Well, it's unfortunate. You have to. So you should heal with Mom right here, which Slug is going to do. And the unfortunate part is you're forced to get a photo outside. Yep. So this gives blrasmu a small, tiny chance to catch up. But remember, they died and do not have
no psychic points. So we'll see because it's it's pretty much. I would not try Frank like the arcade gauntlet without any.
Yeah, they might. So they're skipping the heal. They're basically at this point you're banking on a butterfly.
Exactly. That's your only other option.
Or they're banking for good luck and not having to use a ton of burgers.
Life ups. Yeah, you still have your burgers. That's true.
You will get there's a couple key points. You have your burgers and your level ups. And when you defeat Frank, you will have enough psychic points for 1 life up.
Yep. So
and they have enough psychic points for 1 life up here currently, but they're not actually at.
So you're right. It is actually doable if you're gonna buy burgers afterwards. So
it's still tough. It's still a tough situation. Right
risky, yeah. Because that's what a total of 3 heals over the course of, and considering might get the juice.
Yeah, you might get the juice. A bag of fries drop would be great.
Yeah, true.
That's not guaranteed, unfortunately.
It's probably the lowest chance of something that's like a 125, right, or whatever
It's like a 1 in. I think it's like a 1 in 30. It's either a 1 in 32 or 1 in 16.
It was some
Slug might die again here. Oh, there we go. All right.
Come on. 132. Okay.
So she's gonna get the can of fruit juice. It's gonna pop her up to about 26 HP, 27.
26, 28. Yeah. I was gonna say it's a range.
She got the high roll on it.
Yeah, food has a range in this game.
Oh, get that butterfly! No!
Oh, he's going back.
It's gone. It's despawned. It despawned.
What are you doing, Rasmus? He probably forgot.
Yeah. It despawned, unfortunately. So. Them's the breaks. This is still possible. Like we said, they're going to be level 3 for this fight.
Yeah.
So they have a little bit of extra offense.
Yeah.
And it
would have been nice, but
this dude missing. So.
Yeah, that's not bringing his stuff today. All right.
Nice outspeed there. Unfortunately, I don't think Slug is at full HP.
Popping the bread roll.
Popping a burger should be a life up, but it's whatever.
You know.
Not like the biggest.
Suppose it all evens out at the end of the day if you end up using your life ups. Better hope you use those life ups though.
We want to see talking nasties from Frank, and if you ever get hit, you heal instantly. That is the strat for Frank.
Dang, these are some. Ness must be quite tanky.
Well, he's doing his weak attack. That's his strong attack right there.
There we go.
All right, just an annoying Frank, but oh, she's playing risky. Yeah, I think she thought it was one more hit, and then Frank was dead. She kind of got lucky there, but it all is equalized now, and Frank is down.
Yep.
blrasmu's starting Frank now.
So they've definitely caught up.
Yeah, but remember
they both took a death at this point, so it's equalized. But yeah, no, the heal situation on Rasmus is a bit more dire.
Just slightly more dire. It might end up being okay, like you had initially said. Oh no, they died. Unfortunate there.
Yep. Well, at least they get the heal.
So we want... Alright, nice. Frankenstein down for Slug. So just a death to the Pogopunk. It can happen. It's unfortunate.
Yep.
Then it's just the breaks. blrasmu, unfortunately, taking their second death in on that. Once to the hill and now once to Frank. The nice part here is that they healed, and then they're going to be heading back into Frank with all of their psychic points, all of their health.
Yep. No fighting Pogos, yeah.
Yeah, down some burgers, but it's not the end of the world. You have all your psychic points. I think...
it's more doable. Just a little rough, and but it is not a a not gainable amount of time, especially since they're still the most variable parts of the run coming up.
Yeah, we have the slug grind coming up for Slug. Yep. Slug grind can be a big RNG swing. Sometimes you get the luck of the gods, and there's just slugs. There's just slugs aplenty.
Sometimes they just don't show up either.
Yep, and then that's the other side of the coin. Is that it's just the rowdy mouse boys.
Rasmus going with the safe long way around that we all know and love. Despawn those Pogos down there, not taking the chance of going down the City Hall side. Yeah, you could definitely go down the City Hall side, and there's you can use trees and stuff to help with dodge the Pogos,
and stuff like that. But it ends up being safer to do. Well, there is some wild stuff.
Gaius attacks.
Yeah, Gaius showed up mad early. Gaius said, "Listen, I know that if I let this happen, you're gonna beat me. I gotta stop this problem now."
Gaius got super smart. All right. Ate a burger quick. Oh,
you have to life up here. Yep.
Yeah. Out of burgers as well, so we are riding on life ups.
Oh, they're attacking after taking a weak attack. They're dead here again if he attacks.
No, the weak hit.
The weak hit. Everything's coming up blrasmu.
I mean, yeah, I kind of see. Oh my! Ness, come on, man.
Yeah, Ness missing for both runners quite a lot.
Okay, they will still get a level up here, so they'll still have the one life up that you'll normally have on.
Right. So they can actually they get the
38 health though, so really need some light hits from.
The first hit is always light.
Right. That much I did know.
His first hit will always be through a punch, which is his weak attack, and his tearing into you is his strong attack. That ability opens up this turn. Speak of the devil. But the outspeed actually kind of helped. 22 is an annoying thing to have to try and mash it.
I was gonna say Fruiters
they kind of need a crit here is the problem. Yeah.
Dang. Living on a hope and a dream, have no burgers. Yeah, just gonna have to shop for him now. We've killed Frankie, so. Well, no, we
just get the heal. You just get the heal, and then you have enough life ups. Like if you have
we just
more
fight
than
Frankie
2
Stein.
life ups, you just fight Frankie Stein. Exactly.
Right.
You don't have to fight Frank again.
So, unfortunate situation.
Slug finding her first 4-pack of slugs here.
Yep, and Ness stomped the first one into oblivion. Oh, and then 29 to the second one. You'd love to see it.
68 divided by 4.
Yeah, was it 68 or 66? I think it was 68.
It was 66, but they have 2 defense, so I need to divide 68 by 4.
I see.
Just 17. So Slug has 17 offense right now. Now she has 19 offense. If you are quick with math and you see a crit on the slugs, you can do some quick calculation to determine how much offense you have. A crit, a smash, or whatever you want to call it, is a static formula. It is 4 times your offense minus the opponent's defense. And slugs have 2 defense. So we saw a crit for 66, which means it's 68 divided by 4. That is Ness's offense.
Rasmu would have money, but like we said, having full life ups on Frankie Stein alone is not the worst thing. It's honestly pretty safe, and they're gonna be buying burgers after this anyways, so.
Correct. Yeah.
Might as well go ahead and just knock this guy out finally. All right, so this is like second pack or third one? Was I?
This is the second pack, I believe.
Second pack, yeah. That's what I thought.
And yeah, you're gonna have to buy burgers, and you want more money. You want as much money as possible to buy all the burgers in one shopping trip.
Yep, exactly. You don't want to make multiple.
Yeah, so if you do take 2 trips, that's obviously more time lost. So
that was fast. It was like instantly.
Yeah, sometimes the slugs just show up. Those are her people.
Yeah, Slug is channeling the power. She's calling in the forces in. All right, finally through Frankie Stein.
Yeah,
Rasmu going to be making their way to the Slug grind as well.
21 offense for Slug here. The reason why we're counting offense, or at least why I'm counting offense, when you reach level 8, you want to have at least 24 offense. It gives you the ability to one-shot single Antoids without even needing to enter the fight. 82 there, so you can see you can do 84 divided by 4. Which actually, yeah, is 21.
Nice. The math works.
Yes. This is what I do when I'm doing slug grind. Because the alternative, which you can do, is if you aren't good at math, the alternative
me
is that when you reach level 8, you open your status menu and you look at your
real quick and you go, oh yeah, 24.
Yeah. Oh, nice, Sunny D, and then you're like, cool. But,
exactly.
Yeah. So you look at you go to the status menu, you visually look at your offense, but that loses a tiny bit of time, just a tiny bit.
For sure.
So for people who could do math, that's another option. You could also hypothetically just memorize.
Hey, what if you don't know the formula? Are you counting those people too? What if you just didn't know?
Then it's up to them to look up the formula and listen.
All right,
it's
fair.
Issue,
All right, it's fair. I mean, I'm not saying the thing before wasn't a skill issue.
At that point, it's a double skill issue.
All right, Slug. I think. Wait.
She's one pack away.
Oh, okay, I was like, she's grinding out her last one, yeah.
Yeah, she's doing the entire grind just on the bottom floor here.
Perfectly safe. Definitely, like, you see some runners get 4 packs on the bottom and then go for the 6-pack on top for 22. But
yeah, you
getting
need 22 total slugs.
6 on the bottom for 24 is also perfectly valid. Means you can just kind of just walk all the way up to the top and stutter what you can and try to just not get screwed over by lag and lots of things to stutter.
So she has exactly 24 offense.
Perfect.
Now, a lot of the times, for some runners who feel confident in stuttering, it actually ends up just not mattering because they're going to stutter the Antoids regardless. You see Slug having to go for a stutter here on these rowdy mics.
I think it's more about you could, if you got the 6-pack on your first trip up there, are you gonna take the 6-pack to fight it because you need it, or are you gonna have to stutter past it / despawn it?
Well, stuttering past a 6-pack is very, very difficult. The more
Exactly.
enemies that are on screen, the more lag they create, which makes stuttering that much harder.
So you're probably going to despawn it. So that's kind of like the trade-off is like you really just don't want to see that 6-pack if you decide to get everything on the bottom. But I agree, most of the other things are. But it also depends if you get a lot of lag up top while you're trying to stutter.
Yeah, the advantage of doing the entire grind on the bottom is that if you do get the 6-pack up here, or you get into a fight up here that you don't want to get into, you can just rocking it.
You're just rocking. Yep, you're done. Exactly.
You might have to get an extra butter, and this is a situation that might arise. Oh, but the stutters are clean. The stutters are clean.
That was pretty good. Those guys moved like once actually, so
yeah,
that's pretty good.
So Slug making her way towards Titanic Ant. She does have 24 offense. She might not know it, so she might just stutter anyway. Stuttering is faster if you can just do it. Because you don't have to go through the whole animation of the swirl showing up and then...
Exactly, and depending on the placement as well.
Yeah, and they might drop a cookie. Okay.
Oh, she'll stomp this one, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, cookie, let's go!
Yeah, there's a cookie drop. I love getting more cookies. Yeah, exactly. The main thing you want to avoid... you want to avoid being in Titanic Ant and accidentally using a cookie. That'd be really bad.
This is also something you want to avoid.
Yeah, it's not the worst because she didn't get hit. Even if she got hit, she has so many burgers that
that's true.
Use a burger. But she didn't get hit, so it's a small time loss. But
yeah, a little bit of XP. No, it's free XP. It totally matters.
Cookie for Apple Kid is irrelevant because you just give him a burger. It doesn't really matter.
But the burgers are value later, totally.
I'd argue the cookie is more valuable later on.
That's true. Good old
71 for the first rocket.
God, yeah.
She gets to do another rocket here. Oh, never mind the magnet. So she's only getting a single rocket on this guy.
Yep, that's rough. At least it was only 5, so she could still get a life up. Oh, goodbye. It's a mean ant.
So she's dealt around 120-ish damage. Ant has 235 HP. So we have done about half his HP currently for Slug. This is still very winnable.
For sure. Just gotta bash it out though, and you got enough food, so...
You got enough food. You really do not want to see the Ant attack. But thankfully, not a lot of shields going up, so she's getting good damage in. And all of a sudden, she's 1 or 2 bashes away from finishing.
I was gonna say, kind of a really ideal cycle she's getting right now.
Yeah, a lot of magnets at this point.
Defense downs.
You've already taken everything I have. So, and
it went pretty well.
Yeah, considering it opened with double magnet, which is an annoying start, could have been way spookier. But Slug gets through with a lot of burgers still remaining. So she's not gonna have to shop before cops or anything like that either.
And Rasmu, I believe, is on level 6 or 7, so is probably 1 or 2 packs away. I haven't been straight counting.
Yeah, they're not far from level 8, but I think they have another pack after this, at the very least.
Oh, now they're 7, so they would need 2 more. Yeah. I'm lying. I'm out here spreading misinfo.
Slug gonna pick up this burger that she didn't pick up on their first pass through. This is a burger right here. So this is gonna help for the cops. She's checking how many burgers she has. She's deciding whether or not she wants to buy burgers right now. For added safety, she could buy burgers.
I think she probably has enough personally, but we'll see how she feels.
Yeah, it's up to her preference. Some people are willing to go with what burgers they got, whether that be 0 or
yeah, you just pray for the drop.
Right, because cops can drop burgers, which obviously helps quite a bit. I wouldn't blame Slug if she decided to buy 1 or 2 more burgers.
For sure.
Just because
I mean, you have the money.
It's a race scenario. I think probably the thing she values above all else is just consistency and trying not to die. And dying to cops is a very big time loss.
For sure. No doubt there.
It could go either way though. Honestly, it's valid either direction.
It's just it'll all depend on like what she feels like she's going for it. So
yeah,
I was gonna say she's got like a healthy amount. I would say like 4 burgers, 5 burgers.
She has like 4 or 5, something in that range. I think that is a healthy amount of burgers.
With the consideration that you could get burger drops. I mean, that's still on the table.
So blrasmu also has 21 offense right now. I just saw a crit for 82. I think they have 1 more pack after this. Yeah.
Yeah, they already went for the bottom packs. Unfortunate mice placement. First cop for Slug.
Yeah, cops have 2 attacks. They have regular attack and crushing chop. Crushing chop is a strong
There's
attack.
both.
Yeah. So the main strat for cops, if you're under 55 but above around 40, you use a burger. If you're below 40, you use a life up. So we should see a life up here from Slug, which is exactly what we see. And luckily she got it. She didn't outspeed the cop that turn as well. Fortunately, we got a lot of crushing chops here.
Yeah. Yeah, outspeeding is rough when you're healing. Nice when you're hitting, rough when you're healing, because you want to maximize your... That's why we do the ranges on life up versus burger, because we want to maximize the healing potential of those.
Correct. So Slug with 51 HP, I would expect to see a burger from her here. It'd be very risky to not heal with a burger.
That's true, because...
And
of course, once that happens.
And well, you can't know it's gonna happen. There's no way. These guys actually don't miss that often, even though I believe that attack is supposed to miss a little bit more often.
It's bad, bro. There's no way.
Because I swear, there's times where they only ever do crush and chops,
and they just rip it.
They got the best eyesight you've ever seen. They went to the ophthalmologist that day. The ophthalmologist said, "Your eyes are clean, brother."
Yeah, they pass with flying colors. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
And nice crit. Yeah, crit is great there.
That's 77 HP going into strong with 22 psychic points, I think. So pretty.
Yes, very, very, very healthy amount.
Big resources. And a guard first turn. I'll see you later, strong.
Guard is great. 57, a little bit low. But
I was gonna say, maybe I shouldn't curse.
This next one did 96, so it made up for it. Strong has 140 HP.
Yeah, you don't need something nuts, but I guess that was probably pretty close. Yeah, 50 and 90.
Yeah, it was like a little, like 10 over.
A little bit, yeah.
And Slug making it out of Onett, just 1 death to a Pogo Punk. So it's a little unfortunate, but honestly, a really clean rest of the Onett section.
Yeah, like a 32-30, 32-40.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
And blrasmu approaching Titanic Ant now. So this is a pretty important fight for them if they want to stay in this race.
That's true.
They obviously do not want to die to Titanic Ant. Titanic Ant loves to send people to the graveyard.
See how these Rockins really set the pace of the entire fight.
Oh, a nice amount
of damage
low there. I don't know. That looked nice to me. It did, you know. They got a bomb drop. Listen, let's talk about 1 out of 128 chances.
I missed 2 bomb drops in 2 different races. My God.
Unfortunately, their second rocking isn't going to happen, but this bomb is actually going to make up for it.
I mean, yeah, that'll be quite nice to have.
We're looking for max damage. 92 is pretty decent, not max damage, but you want something in like the 120-ish range with the bomb.
But you take whatever you can get. Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. The 92 damage, I mean, that's more than most rockins will get you. So,
all right, doing the safe strat, eating a burger at 52. I agree. Definitely don't want to risk it for the biscuit here.
Yeah, some runners will attempt to attack even after they take a single hit, like blrasmu's doing right now. And thankfully, Titanic Ant is down because 20 HP is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Name a better couple. Yeah, Titanic Ant today is like, I'm not getting hit by 2 rockins. I am not getting hit by 2 rockins. I don't care what is happening.
He's playing like he's an actual RPG boss right now.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm opening up with my move that takes away all their resources. All right, and we're
very nice Titanic Ant for blrasmu there.
For real, yeah. Made it happen because the bomb really just kind of makes up for the bomb's just like a rockin'. So at that point, after you lose the one from Magnet, so still kind of have to play like a straight ant after that. Can't really cheat with the bomb anymore.
Yeah, we saw Slug not get 2 rockins, still make it through Ant with good chunk of burgers left, and she didn't have to use that many burgers.
She got a little nicer cycle of moves for sure.
Yeah, he kept using Magnet. He was just like, I can't tell how much you have. I need to get rid of it though.
He's just thirsty, man. And so just doing a little bit of walking now. Early first walk to PRV, despawning sprouts.
Yeah, we're gonna load the iron pencil into memory here this is just a storage sugar.
You can actually get it if you weren't aware. I think it's one of the earliest fun facts. I guess because it's a speedrun strat, right?
Yeah, very early on. I think the main person who we figured out the exact like grass patch that you have to walk up and touch. It was like Temple, who was like kind of the first one to do science on that. So you see Slug, you don't even see the pencil, but you've already walked up far enough to load it into memory. It's just off screen.
Yep. That's all that matters.
And
you just have to know it's there.
You loading it into memory is all you have to do. So Slug doing a good job despawning the UFOs. UFOs are very bad fights to take in Peaceful Rest Valley. Definitely the worst fights to take.
For sure. You really don't want to take anything, but yeah, if you had to pick and choose. And yes, the awful entrance to Sprout Cave, but only has to do 1 despawn, so pretty good.
Yeah.
And let's go cops for Rasmu.
Yeah, I think they still have a decent amount of burgers left, similar to Slug.
Did they shop after Ant?
I don't believe they did.
Okay, I didn't think so either. So could make up a little bit there. Although neither did Slug, to be fair. So
some nice weak attacks here from this first cop, which is very nice. Just gonna have to use a burger at the beginning of this next battle.
Yeah, it's ideal.
Not having to heal on the first battle entirely, always very nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, I've seen some people be able to take their HP all the way to the 4th cop and be able to actually rock in that 4th cop.
Yeah, I don't super love rocketing the 4th cop.
Oh no, it's way better to use your stuff on life ups for sure.
I think it's just safer. You never know what.
And you won't even kill it. You don't even guarantee kill him because
you need to deal 77. You need to deal 77 damage at least, and the average of rocking is 70. So you have like a decent chance, but you need above average rock and roll to win.
Right, exactly.
Actually, it might be 78 damage. Forget if they have 77 or 78 HP.
Nice. That was it was one of those because
yeah.
I was 75. Okay.
I was wrong on both accounts.
Well, nice crit turn 1, I believe, from blrasmu on the 3rd cop there.
Yeah, that crits save a lot of time.
Exactly.
Cops.
That is definitely significant. A little bit of Berg action.
Burger action again. Very nice.
Yeah, might as well stock up because it's the last cop. Kind of want to go in strong with as much HP as you can.
72 is
nice.
Crit on the last turn. a little rude, but it's like more of like a show of power.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the fifth cop is so scared.
Yeah, that's why he runs away.
Exactly. He just saw what you did. He was just like, oh, okay.
Just deleted that guy.
Open it up with the heal. That's definitely fair.
Yeah, sometimes strong can crit you. You never know.
Exactly. Nice.
I definitely think erring on the side of caution, especially with like if you do die to strong, it's the worst time loss in potentially the entire Boogey percent run.
I'd argue Carpainter is technically worse because you do have to walk the entirety of.
I don't know if I agree.
Maybe because you have to, you have to fight the entire cop gauntlet. That does take a long time. You have to fight him
again is the annoying part. Yeah,
that does take a long time.
I think both those are top two.
Yeah,
we're talking about number one and number two, and it's whatever. I think
it's probably seconds.
It's probably seconds. It's probably like they're both probably the worst in the entire run.
I don't know. I just envision you. Yeah, I agree. You know, you're right.
It's a slug here doing a nice little walk up to that tree that helps prevent enemies from spawning close to this bridge.
Yeah, so far so good. Nice empty here. Pretty good.
Walk on the left side here. Slug, unfortunately, not as aware of that, and that's why we see some trees and some sprouts up ahead. But just a quick despawn.
Or up ahead as well.
Yeah, she's playing it fairly safe. That tree coming barreling in.
Uh-oh. Slight pincer here, but luckily should be able to get the tree gone. But hopefully that UFO didn't come up enough. Oh, well.
He did.
Oh, and a red swirl.
So we want to see... Ooh, she does not have any butterflies. She's going to have to bash it out.
I was actually going to mention that before this happened, is that our runners are also on the way to PRV looking for 2 butterflies to get us back up to 20 psychic points for the shack fight and onward. Or, yeah.
Healing again, which is not a bad move. Nice.
This is what those, yeah. This is what those burgers are definitely going to come in handy for. Mm-hmm. A little bit of level. I guess we'll have the IQ for shack fight later.
Yeah, she should probably, as soon as she sees the butterfly, life up, and then grab the butterfly.
Maximize that.
She's gonna have to walk back and get it again. Because
this is the last chance. Yeah, this is really the last chance to get a butterfly besides getting one in happy.
And that's very rare. Okay, so instead of doing a life up, she's probably either going to just like go to the food stand, use like a fresh egg to top off her HP.
Definitely valid. You get them for free.
That tree was definitely something she could have walked by, and she might consider it here. Yeah.
She definitely did.
She still could have walked by it. You can walk around the left side of that little pine tree and then walk under it.
Yeah.
And you walk faster than trees.
The trees, for sure.
The downside of trying to walk past that tree is that you don't know what's ahead.
Yeah, you could get pincered.
You could get pincered. So the overall safety of like, you know what, I'll just despawn this. It makes a lot of sense, and I don't falter for it. She's checking her HP, so I think, yeah, we're going to the food stand. We're going to top off before the shack fight. Who are you talking to?
Rob these nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me, local behind the tree. She got a banana too, nice.
Yeah, the banana is going to be used for Carpainter later.
Oh, that's true, because it's a lower heal, right? Yep. Kind of a pseudo cookie right there.
Yeah, it's like a little bit. It's stronger than a cookie.
Right in the middle there. Not like a croissant.
Yeah, a croissant is like the 60 HP range. It's very big.
Yeah.
So you see people have done banana strats where they'll take mortal damage, but then eat the banana on the same turn. They take mortal damage, so that the banana brings them just back up to like 20-ish something in that range. And then hopefully Carpainter dies not long after that. You end up having kind of low HP after the end of the fight, and then you get to
Your next
have an
step is,
okay
of course,
death warp.
yep, death warping. This is the idea there. So the more you get out of there, the better, because the mole can hit you for like 60, so you have some wiggle room.
Yeah, they have a range.
You don't have to get all
60.
jazzy and you don't have to get all jazzy and eat a cookie to survive with 6 HP. It's just cool.
There are advantages to surviving.
That's true. I mean, you're right. You're right.
It's because the main difference. So we haven't gotten to the death warp yet, but for people who remember the death warp from the last race who were here, what they do with Ness is they use the ATM card. If you have low enough HP going into the mole fight, you can just defend with Ness.
That is fair. Yeah, because
which is
it's
much
all about the
faster
ranges.
much faster animation. That is so
my.
many mushrooms on the it was just a cornucopia of mushrooms just blocking. Once again,
yeah,
that's really
the
bad.
gatekeepers, because you can't really despawn in that area without going in here. If depending on how far they, depending on how far that.
Yeah.
But nice. They luckily don't have a gigantic range, so if they're down far enough, you can do exactly that. Just kind of sneak around them.
Yeah. Very, very small aggro radius on those mushrooms.
But when they chase you, they're coming.
So Slug getting through Shack Fight, which is like one of the first big hurdles here in Happy Village.
For sure. Stocking up a bit more.
Yeah, she had to use a fresh egg. She wants just a little bit more safety. That guy is going to be a problem, so she despawns him.
It's pretty fast to pick up a fresh egg there, so I really don't knock it. It's just a big heal, so it's easy to. It's good to use it like for your first heal, I would say.
It depends how the start of the fight goes. If like you get no reflex or anything like that, and you're like, I might be in it for the long haul, then for sure I agree.
That's a good point.
There's a lot of the nice thing about Carpainter.
Variation.
The nice thing about Carpainter is Carpainter's turns are scripted, in the sense that they always happen in the same order every single time. So Carpainter will always start with lightning, and then we'll do a life up, and then we'll hit you, and then we'll do a lightning, and then we'll do a psychic shield, and then we'll hit you, and then it repeats that pattern ad nauseum.
Yep.
So it's
so we definitely utilize that.
Yeah, you use that to your advantage. You know when you're gonna get hit, so you know the turns you do have to heal and don't have to heal.
Because you will never get hit by lightning, and in fact, lightning helps you.
Pro tip: never heal on a lightning turn. Do not heal on a lightning turn. Every runner listening to me right now, never heal on a lightning turn, especially a life up. Never do a life up on a lightning turn. It is the worst possible thing you can do. You will be very sad. I'm not kidding. There's literally a glitch that happens where if you do a life up,
you will literally break your game.
It doesn't break your game. It will just ruin your day, because if you do a life up on a lightning, it's not a soft life. What happens is so if you do a life up on a lightning turn, what happens is that if a lightning happens and were to hit you, it bugs out, and then instead of reflecting back on our Carpainter, it just doesn't do anything.
You. Oh.
I think it hits you. Actually, it might hit you. I forget. I haven't done it in years. I did it like one time when I was a new runner, and I was like, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, he has to have done the PSI shield. Yeah.
Just never heal on a lightning turn, please. Never do
just
it.
use your yeah, that too. You know when to heal. It's scripted.
Just never do it. Just please. But Slug having a very nice Carpainter, by the way. We kind of glossed over it, but Slug having a pretty nice Carpainter.
Yeah, she had a pretty fast cycle, and she ended it with a reflect to kill. So ended up being ideal, because that's really what you need for a fast Carpainter, is just him reflecting, and it's kind of just preying on that. Yeah, you can definitely win by just bashing, but it's hard.
Well, it's extremely difficult.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah, because he life ups every 6th turn.
Yeah, so you'd have to crit.
It's the 2nd turn, and then every 6th turn, and after that 2nd turn. So you would want at least one crit in there. Yes, I agree. But blrasmu entering Happy Village as Slug is getting ready to leave it. Not that big a difference.
I was gonna say, I've seen bigger gaps.
Yes, absolutely.
Could make up some time.
We're gonna need some nice RNG for blrasmu here, if they're gonna want to make up the time that Slug has over them currently.
Opting to not skip the shopping here. Definitely fair, of course. Those are just micro saves. Not getting any food items, so I'm curious if they held on to a lot of burgers. So not opting for the croissants some runners will buy there sometimes.
Yeah, I'll buy a croissant there, for example.
For sure.
It's runner preference.
Yeah, if you're carrying like 5 burgers, maybe I could see.
If you
Yeah,
have
like,
5
right.
burgers, I wouldn't buy anything.
Exactly, I'd be like, all right, whatever.
But if I have like 1 burger, I'm buying 2 croissants. If I have no burgers, I'm still buying 2 croissants.
Yeah.
In general, I like having 2 croissants. That's kind of my general safety zone for Carpenter.
And Shack Fight.
All right.
And
Death Warp.
the aforementioned Death Warp, yeah.
109 HP, kind of high, which is unfortunate, but this can still go okay.
So yep, so his HP is pretty high. We're gonna go ahead and do the ATM card strat. Obviously, you don't want to bash with Ness because that kills the mole.
It has a high chance of killing the mole. Yes, crit the mole, he will die. Paula,
gut saving. the other cruel mistress of this fight of this Death Warp.
Low key, I want Paula alive. I want Paula alive so that Ness gets hit a little bit, so that just in case this guy confuses himself,
that's
Paula
true.
Can knock him out of it. She's gone now.
Not gonna happen.
she's gone now. All right, another hit. They are on the low end, but another one. There's one more. So she can defend here. She can defend here if she wants. She chooses not to. But it doesn't matter. She's dead from the 102 HP. That could have been so
much worse. You're right.
I've seen 10 HP death warps that have taken triple the amount of time. That's
or the mole is just like, yeah, I'm not doing anything, man. I'm not about it. He just confuses himself and then just is absent-minded for 10 turns.
Mm-hmm. So Slug having to take a small little detour here because there was a cop in the way. But very nice.
I actually didn't even know they could be up there, I'll be honest.
they can spawn all over the place.
Yeah.
Them and their dogs.
Yeah. So, nice movement from her then to avoid that.
Mm-hmm. Now, blrasmu, unfortunately, getting this call for help, enough psychic points for this rock-in. Stop calling for homies, dog.
No,
all right?
Seriously, not this.
You can't be that popular, man. All right. Oh, we got a one-shot on the third one, though.
And just to be able to, okay, nice. Ness is mad.
Yeah, stop it. Stop. All right. So we got the big HP level up here for blrasmu, which is actually significant. That means if they end Carpenter with low HP, even the level up is not going to give them a ton of HP.
Right.
Could help their death warp situation.
Seems like we had a little bit of a...
Just a little ad break. Just a little advertisements. You know how Twitch loves to ruin our day.
And of course, Jeff Bezos getting his dollars. Alright, let's see how Rasmu's Carpenter goes. Looking for those reflex.
There's
but
one.
Not this turn, man.
Listen.
Okay.
It's...
Oh. Okay. I was gonna say, if you do that...
I mean, it's still fast. Like, remember... Slug had 102 HP. It wasn't a crazy fast death warp, but it was not a slow death warp, I would describe. So blrasmu can still have a very clean death warp here.
I was more worried about it get hit for 100 and then he just life ups 100.
It's but any lightning damage that happens on the first turn is still valuable because it's damage that sticks.
A little bit, yeah. If he doesn't life it up all the way, then if he hits twice,
yeah. Like, you basically have to expect that the life up is gonna happen. So if the life up doesn't heal to max HP, you chalk it up as a win, in my opinion.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
All right, so Slug about to watch the Runaway 5 show, but blrasmu going to be getting Paula and then be doing the Death Warp. Once again, there's not that big a gap between these two runners currently. Winters can be the great equalizer.
I agree. Yeah, any deaths could swing it. And Winters is still very execution heavy as well, so...
Oh, really? Tell me more about how it's execution heavy.
I just think Pond Cave is the hardest part of the run, that's all.
Okay. Pond Cave is execution, up to a point. Everything prior to Pond Cave is just RNG, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like trying to pull off those skips in Brick Road can be kind of difficult if you
It's often not up to you.
are unpracticed. That is true, but
Being unpracticed, I mean, there
there's
is skill to
technique.
them.
There's technique, and
there
you
is
would
skill
be
to them, for sure. I do
especially
agree,
if you're trying for the first one.
I do agree that there is skill to them. The amount of skill is not super
Now
high.
duck skip, yeah, it's like okay, yeah, whatever.
Well, second proto skip is still up to Bubble Monkey at the end of the day.
Bubble Monkey as well.
Bubble Monkey is he will decide if that happens, regardless. Now you could still there are people who just mess
You gotta know when to turn.
It's not Bubble Monkey's fault they didn't turn.
Exactly, you gotta know when to turn. Yeah.
Right, that is important, but I would say like those are fairly. You can learn those fairly quick.
Oh, for sure.
And then it comes down to like, all right, Bubble Monkey, please, man.
You gotta. But that's the thing. I mean, I'm just saying, you gotta learn it. You gotta pull it off in a race.
I agree. I agree. I shouldn't just say it's only RNG.
It's all part of it. But I just think Winters is a. There are many difficult parts of the run, but I do think Winters, especially being the kind of like the end clincher, Pond Cave.
Pond Cave, it can be a great equalizer. We've seen a handful of races between a lot of strong runners just end up coming down to Pond Cave. It's weirdly always Desert versus Peen whenever that happens.
I have seen quite the close race in there from them too. Yeah,
I feel like whenever those two race, it's always
the Pond Cave.
Yeah, Pond Cave is always the arbiter.
Yeah, you can really pull ahead if you just lay down the stutters. But of course, with everything else in this game, it also comes with just a heavy hand of RNG as well. You could also just get the free run through. So,
sure,
all right,
100%.
Right side bus for Slug. Nothing too exciting.
It is the faster method of going. You run the risk of getting the photo, but the photo trigger is actually very small, a lot smaller than people give it credit for. So
yeah, you can really hug it there.
Yeah, right side bus. You don't have to walk that far to the right to even skip it. We saw Slug doing just that.
And Rasmu basically a cutscene and a little bit extra behind at this point. So
there's something in the range of it's like about 2 minutes or so in that range between the runners right now. Like Slug is ahead by about 2 minutes because the show is about a minute. So you have to consider blrasmu still has to walk to these places.
Oh, talk to Everdred,
yeah, and all these things. So
there's still a little bit to catch up.
Just a tiny bit.
But of course, Slug has been deathless other than
Pogopunk. Yep.
Yeah, the Pogopunk in the beginning. So very strong showing since then.
Yeah, she did get into a UFO fight, which let blrasmu catch up a little bit, in my opinion. But she was able to get through without a death. I think the death would have made this way
a lot more even for sure.
But I think she played it wonderfully. She made sure to heal, keep herself at a nice HP, and just bashed it out, which is the right thing to do. You're not going to run from that UFO.
Yeah, she didn't really hesitate on that one. It was just a little unfortunate pincer there. But we'll see. Very choppy graveyard.
Yeah, you have to walk a little bit farther down to despawn that trash can, which she's aware of.
Rasmu. I admire the. I don't know what kind of. Are you if you're asking that?
Am I winning?
Completely seriously, if I don't know.
You could be. You're not far. I would say you're not very far behind. If you do have commentary, up for yourself, you're not that far behind. You could be winning.
I just think it's funny. It's just, am I winning?
Am I winning, Dad?
Unfortunately, yeah, Slug actually took a bad fight there. Well, it's not like it matters too much if Paula dies here, but we definitely don't want Ness to die. Luckily, got away there.
It's just a small time loss, realistically. Oh my goodness.
She's in a bad spot now. The trash can. Oh, nice getting stuck on the tree.
She's playing it so well, though. It is unfortunate. She's probably a lot of deep breaths maybe happening right now.
I was gonna say, okay, no cheeky fly behind the tree.
But honestly, really well played. I gotta give it to her.
Yeah, that was the threading everyone through the trees because those flies they were coming.
Yeah, I'm coming. So nicely done
So
from Slug there.
she'll
Paula, like we said, Paula dying here, not a big deal. She's gonna come back to life when Jeff gets back.
exactly. So it's just more important that Ness does not take a spill here, and then we don't get. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst. You do get a checkpoint when you get dropped off at the bus, so it's not like it's like whatever. But like you never want to die. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Off to Winters we go.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! Wait, no, never mind. Paula's alive. Right?
I guess she gets back
She does
here.
come. She does come back alive here. Yeah. It's fun in glitch categories. She appears there. You come here as solo Ness in a lot of glitch categories.
Right.
So it shows like both Ness and Paula, and then you get them, and then it's just Ness.
And then she's gone. She actually was a ghost.
Yeah, she won't show up until after Jeff comes back.
Oh dang! I didn't see what bus Rasmu did.
Right side bus, a fairly clean one at that.
Right. Nice. I do like to see right side bus enjoyers.
It's the fastest.
It is the way. It is the way.
The correct bus.
Yeah. They understand that this is a race for keeps, and they're not messing around. Like Apple Enlightenment is.
So that graveyard, unfortunately for Slug, is going to give blrasmu another chance here. If their graveyard is really clean, it really makes this winter section like a lot doesn't need to go wrong for blrasmu to suddenly tie it up or take the lead.
That's true, because that was an encounter and a little bit of finagling to try and avoid the stuff after that encounter as well. So
absolutely.
See if Rasmu can get the clean walk in. That would be ideal. Save a ton of time. I think it was just below 1 hour when Slug started the cutscene to winners. Doing the Maxwell fetch quest, everyone's favorite.
Yeah. She's almost out of snowwood boarding school. We're gonna see how blrasmu's graveyard goes.
So actually pretty, but that's
empty.
Yeah.
It's just empty. There's nothing.
All those flies are on Slug screen.
There's nothing there. The flies somehow appear in Winters. And
not even on the way back.
The cleanest graveyard you could possibly have.
Yeah, I mean you're right. They were literally nothing there. There they were. One just peeking out. But hey, that is what they need to neutralize anything to get back in this. We might actually see a close race in Pond Cave, maybe.
The bus is on the same side. The bus is in the same spot in both Mother 2 and Earthbound. All right, so Slug gonna be making her way. We'll see if she takes a dog fight here. Some people take this dog of safety, and there they are. Slug.
I mean,
gonna be
it is yeah. If it's there, it's definitely a good option because it makes Proto 1 very safe. You could get that nice bread roll.
Yeah, it's a 50% drop from these from this dog in particular,
and it's actually super nice.
No bread roll drop, but the 2 HP it can make a difference on the protoplasm fight. Protoplasm's damage range is between 8 and 12. Will most often deal 10. It's like the most common damage value you'll do. Jeff has 30 HP at level 1, so having even just one single point of extra HP can often save your life if you get the protoplasm hitting you 3 times in a row, which would normally mean death, because the protoplasm is always going to outspeed you.
Yeah, I actually didn't know Was that like?
It has 22 speed.
Well, I didn't know the dog was like that, like, like not important, but like it affected that much, like just the 2 HP value. I didn't know that about all that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you could still die in 3 turns if you get the unfortunate
Right, if you get the high
damage
rolls.
roll.
Yeah, exactly. But I
But
see.
10,
Hedging your bets is still pretty good.
yeah, 10 damage is the most common, and if it does less than 10, you're really happy about it. Like
Or if
you
it does
want,
nothing.
yeah, you want to see either it make itself confused or call for help and have no friends.
And nothing, yeah, exactly.
So we got some Tessie. I would love to see
Yep.
some Tessie emotes in chat.
Definitely a big Tessie fan. Staple of I feel like we need some Tessie backdrops maybe sometime. Staple of the Boogey race.
Yeah, Tessie's just so great. Look at that face.
I know. So serene.
It's just no thoughts, head empty. Look at that.
So jealous.
Yeah, I wish I could just be as carefree as this.
All right, Rasmu following up the tail as well. Finally out of the boarding school, so gonna be making their way to the Tessie cutscene most directly here.
And like we said at the beginning of the run, there's a specific type of walk that people are going to do to avoid spawns. We're going to see it same thing here from Slug. Just a diagonal left down and walk here.
It's very minor, but it actually spawns one little goat that can come up here.
That goat is 100% otherwise. So it's very necessary to do that walk because that goat will be there waiting for you nonstop. And Protoplasm is already the devil. Yeah. So imagine going into Protoplasm with less HP.
Less HP, yeah. There's that 10 HP you were talking about. Yep. Right on cue.
Sizing up the situation is good here.
Yeah, so
no friends, buddy. No friends.
Yeah, that's what we want to see.
Absolutely. So first Protoplasm going very nicely for Slug.
Absolutely. And yeah, you can either ideally when you open up with it, you want to try and just bash it out first. If it calls for help, you have the option of trying to bash it out depending on how much HP the first proto was left with, or you can then try to defend and run depending on trying to scam out the turns and get a better run chance.
Yeah, Slug not bothering to waste too much time on the deck skip.
Don't blame her, that was kind of a bad spot.
She was a little bit too close to the so the way you have to do deck skip is you need to pull the duck down and then you need to stay far away from the stay far away from the duck so that it's not aggroed onto you, and starts doing its sort of just kind of aimless movement where it can move in one of any direction. If you're too close to it, it stays aggroed onto you and will not do that movement. So, but it's smartest for Slug to not even like waste too much time with it.
Close.
She got caught on the wall, unfortunately. Yep. That could have been good if it wasn't for that. But with the extra HP from both the duck and the first proto, this becomes a 2-turn fight and significantly safer. So no skips for Slug, but otherwise still a pretty clean brick road. Like
no deaths,
extra protoplasm showing up,
which is really more ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not more ideal than than skipping them, of course, but. On to Pond Cave. We'll see.
Yeah, we have some Tessies in chat. I see for blrasmu, who is on the Tessie cutscene right now. Thank you very much, everyone.
Free open cave for the first spawn. Wow, and 1 spawn for that plate.
Slug.
Going for a risky stutter.
But possible.
Nice.
Looking clean. What a stutter from Slug.
Showing us that she knows how to do it.
Yeah. I knew a different Slug from before would not have done that. But she's been practicing a lot. Her stutters have gotten a lot better. And it's shown right there. Very nicely done.
That was definitely very well played. And she's having a great pond cave on top of it. A lot of empty plates as well. one thing to stutter here. Although there's a little cheeky
Dude,
rat back here.
We're looking for no mushroom ahead. Unfortunately, there is a mushroom.
That actually might be dodgeable.
Yes, she might.
Yes.
She's playing it so well. She's playing it so clean. She's playing it so clean. No, we gotta call for help on this protoplasm.
Can't be real. That last room was empty. That pond cave. Okay, it's gonna be hard for you, Rasmu.
It's very difficult right now. Not impossible, but difficult.
Not impossible.
That was a very clean. That was a very well played and clean pond cave from Slug.
And definitely, all right, gonna have to dip into the boiled egg, but fair. Gonna have to do it to survive. Trying to bash out, maybe kill the second proto.
No friends. Okay, sizing up situations, fine. We see this to hit. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Nice. They make it through. Unfortunately, they use the boiled egg beforehand, so this duck is really scary.
Yeah, because it could actually kick your butt.
this duck could just kill you. So they kind of want duck skip right now. That is a duck skip setup, but they're too far. Yeah, they're trying to pull it. So unfortunately, it's
already aggro.
Yeah, it's no longer a duck skip setup. Oh, they can pull it down though. Okay.
But now they have to de-aggro it, right?
Yeah, they need to de-aggro it. They're a little bit too close. This is still possible because it de-aggro's on the way up there.
They went too early.
Too early. It's harder. Like it's possible to skip it when it's like that, but it's hard and sometimes not up to you.
For sure, there's definitely a lot of RNG. But gonna try and bash this out. 11.
Yeah, that's the one hit they can take. That's the one hit they could take.
It's good that the duck usually doesn't hit that much, but it definitely can.
It can crit, by the way.
Yeah, oh, really? God, I mean, I'm sure most things can.
Oh, blrasmu not taking the croissant. They're just going for the second proto skip. They get it though. They get it though. Listen, that was a risky move, but it worked out.
Risky. And Bubble Monkey played ball, so.
All right, so we got the Skyrunner cutscene happening here for Slug, but we're also going to take the heal at the end of Brick Road here.
Honestly, don't blame him. Going into Pond Cave with a single-digit HP seems a little scary.
Safety save in Brick Road, not technically necessary. You only go as far back as before Brick Road, and once you exit Brick Road, even though blrasmu skipped the second proto, once you exit Brick Road, everything inside despawns.
Yep.
So, thankfully, that skip is now permanent, regardless of whether or not they die in Pond Cave here.
Butterfly lagging it up in here.
Yeah, the butterfly adds extra lag on top of it's
the three things. Yeah. But not the rowdy mice.
Rowdy mice, a lot, very high guts, so they crit you a lot. We need this next one to not crit.
Nice.
Okay, nice. And then get this burger and use it.
Yeah, get this burger and use it. Burger moment.
Yeah.
Oh, the butterfly!
The butterfly is gonna happen. I
was gonna say it's inevitable.
They need to stutter now because, yeah,
the iframes are up.
The iframes are up because you got the butterfly, and they are aware of it. Very nicely done.
All right.
Okay, so getting into the second room, I would not try and stutter this. I used to go for this back in the day, like a crazy person.
You can get pincered really bad.
But the problem is that if there's a mushroom ahead here, it gets really bad. Also, there's 2 spawn plates in the center section, so the lag can be really bad. They're doing a great job so far.
Oh, I did not see that third one.
Yeah, triple slug. They're at full HP. It's not the worst situation.
It's winnable. Kill one, turn one, anyways. Typically,
butterfly is inevitable. It's correct. So Slug about to land here in 3. She's going to be approaching the Boogie tent fight. We probably
sprint right there.
We might see some shopping beforehand, just for a little bit of safety.
So. Okay. I will say, if we see more shopping, I'll have seen 2 people shopping. I don't know if it's common to shop in 3 in races, but
depends.
Maybe
on the
I just don't watch the. Yeah, I mean that's definitely true.
One of the worst things that can happen, obviously, is Boogie tent kills you. The really
no
tough
money for rockets.
Exactly, is that you need to revive everybody if you do die to Boogie tent, because it'll drop you back into jail, but you really don't have that much money left after your whole like Onet and Tucson section. So you basically have enough money to revive your party one time.
Yep.
And then after that, you don't have enough money realistically. And also, odds are you probably used the big bottle rocket in that first attempt where you died. So I think there's
You have a way less chance of killing him.
yeah, there's good reason to do this shopping prior to Boogie Tent.
For
just
sure, for
readiness.
sure.
But Slug skipping
It's not.
she's doing the smart thing.
He's
just not
the
skip
smiling Tom.
sandwich. Yeah, and no zombie dog, which is the bane of her existence. She'll
Yeah,
tell you
behind
more
the
about
sign.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hates that zombie.
That it
dog.
just camps there. It's dumb.
Defense spray is a great opening turn. Big bottle rocket does 584.
484. Wow, Jeffrey.
Very nicely done, and that is a GG for Slug.
Yep. Well played from her. She had a really strong. I mean, literally everything past the first initial death was just pretty strong, and that was just unlucky. Couldn't even really control that one. Nest missing twice.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that had happened, but she played really, really well.
I agree. Oh, she had a strong race. Yeah.
And she had a lot of bunk RNG that could have potentially really brought the mood down for her. But she played well against all of it, and the stutters in Pond Cave, oh, chef's kiss.
Yeah, I was good. Literally, I was just thinking that.
I'm so proud of her for that because I know it's something she's been practicing.
I have seen her on that grind, so definitely nice to see it paying off. I've seen a lot of people grinding,
there's a lot of people putting in the work for sure.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a good tournament. I'm excited. Especially after what I've seen today. GG. Totally missed it. She got the honey.
She got the honey. So 1:15:05 on her timer. The race time GG just a little bit whatever, but
and your opponent is just getting in the Skyrunner. You know that's pretty close.
It is a pretty close race. Honestly, the brick road wasn't didn't start off the strongest for blrasmu, and then the Pond Cave had a lot of extra fights. Still like a fairly decent Pond Cave, but just a lot of extra fights, which unfortunately ate up some of that time that they could have used to make this just a bit closer. But I think they still played fairly well.
They demonstrated they also can definitely do some pretty good stutters in that Pond Cave, even if it did end up being kind of a raw deal for them at the end.
Yeah, they went for a very risky stutter, and in that situation, you take the slug fight all day.
For sure. Yeah, you don't want to take. I mean, the mice are horrid.
Yeah, the mice suck, and they had to take a mouse fight, but they still got through it, thankfully.
One more hurdle, though. Of course, we still have to down that dumb tent. So
Slug restarted her timer. I don't think she realized.
She might have hit it. Forget her button was bound to it.
Yeah. So. Oh my goodness, the race still going.
She's talking to this.
She's talking to this little
zombie paper.
this Jason Mask kid. What's she doing? But one more little lap around 3, and then blrasmu is going to be landing, and then we'll be seeing their own Boogie Tent fight. Yep. So still going to be finishing fairly strong.
Oh yeah, I mean like.
Some rough RNG in the Frank and Frankenstein section definitely was not welcome, but a bomb drop tried to make Onet.
I mean, honestly, they had quite a few deaths in Onet. I'm surprised it's this close still, even so.
Yeah, kill death isn't like that big of a time loss.
That's fair. That was the only other one besides Frankie. That's fair.
But I think they died to both Frank and Frankenstein, if I recall. Maybe I'm misrecalling, but I think they died to both of them.
Well, yeah, you're right because they had to heal and then come back. Yeah, you're right. So
yeah, Slug did that.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty close. Yeah.
It was very, very close. Other than that, blrasmu didn't really have any. They had some really nice graveyard. I was gonna say literally empty.
I was pretty pleased with Razmu's gameplay. Other than they just kind of got a raw deal on some of the early fights, but yeah.
Picking up the teddy bear here. And they're gonna be making their way to Boogie Tent. Yeah, but the teddy bear is very, very nice to have for Boogie Tent.
You love it when he just munches that turn 1.
Yeah, teddy bears have a 75% chance to divert the attention of whatever is going to be Throwing an attack.
No shopping.
No shopping.
Just going for it, and that kid's gonna get in the way of our little road there. Yeah,
little pig
it's
pen
always
right
pig pen, man.
What y'all know about pig pen percent? I know
there's
my
a
man.
pig-
I know my man's Temples knows pig pen percent.
I actually don't know. I'm assuming it involves the one in Onett, though.
It does. It does. Very good guess.
You have to like get him like stuck on the ladder or something.
No, we try and like kite him down all the way to the arcade.
Oh my god, really? That's hilarious.
Yeah. We've gotten him pretty far before.
271, my lord.
Yeah, 271, but I didn't actually see if the regular bottle rocket hit. If they
Funnily
did,
enough, not the worst bottle rocket tonight.
Yeah. So the regular bottle rocket hitting does mitigate some of the poor big bottle rocket damage.
That's
there.
good. Yeah, that's a good safety strat to pick up in Pond Cave. It's right there. You grab that. It's a nice little extra damage if the BBR fails you, like it did. You have to like get him like stuck. I think Crimson got like 2 digits last year. Pretty sure.
Down all the way to the arcade. It would.
Oh my god!
That's
really?
possible.
That's hilarious.
We've gotten him pretty far.
It was something extremely. It was like 1 rocket hitting or something. It was extremely low.
271, but I didn't actually see if the regular bottle rocket hit. If
Funnily
it
enough,
is possible.
not the worst bottle rocket.
It was
almost
90 to 150, if I recall.
It was almost worse than it just missing because I feel like it was just more disrespectful at that point. That's good. Yeah, that's a good safety strat to pick up in Pond right there. Exactly.
I mean, I've had the big bottle rocket just miss entirely, so that's 0 damage right there.
Yeah, exactly. Both are awful.
But GG's to blrasmu there, 119.43. Coming up second place in this race. But this is the Swiss round, so we're going to be seeing them again later on once we have these second round pairings. And I think they did fairly well with some bad RNG, but they definitely could come back strong in the second round of Swiss, almost for sure.
I agree. Both had an extremely strong race today, and they should be both pretty proud. And GG's to Slug. Moving on to 1-0.
Needs to remember to finish in the race room, but it's not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we do know. We have no raid target. Let me see if I can find you a raid target.
Any of the speed gamings are going. GDQ's on. That's what I got. Ari's on.
We do have Ari and we do have Skate Man. And it looks like we're going with Ari.
Heck yeah, let's dragon time.
So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Derek for restreaming. Thank you for the admins behind the scenes, Temple, Airfram. There are others to name, but I could go on ad nauseum at this point. Irving, thank you for joining me.
Of course, and thank you as well. It was a pleasure.
Thank you all for watching. Both these runners. Please follow both these runners. They did a fantastic job.
Yeah, they deserve it after tonight. That was quite the race, actually.
And say hi to Aurelius for us. And have a great rest.
Yeah, have a great night.